Shoes.
Hey guys, welcome back to
Shoes.
Today we're going to be looking at the brand new Jordan Series .02. We're going into the decimals now. We're done with the 1s, 2s to the 20s, and I don't know how many they released at this point, how many versions of Jordan they've released, but now they're going to the decimal place. We had the 0.01 come not too long ago, and now we got the .02. Now these sneakers aren't very hyped. There wasn't really anything about them. They just popped up on sneakers, and they dropped the same day as the off-white Tempos, the one that came in black and pink. Took an L on them on sneakers, but I thought, might as well to try and get all those juices ready for the exclusive access. I guess one of the things of exclusive access, I think you have to buy a bunch of shoes, and you have to basically be on the app constantly. So just to try to get some exclusive access for the future shoes, I thought might as well give this a shot. It was only like 72 pounds, which I think is around 90 something dollars, so cheaper than a Nike Dunk. But so I didn't know what to expect in terms of the quality. On the pictures, it seemed like it had a pretty nice kind of design, a nice kind of shape. It was like quite like a simple shoe that you could wear. Gave kind of like a tennis shoe kind of vibe, like a shoe that you wear at the tennis court. But enough talking about what the shoe may look like. Let's look at what this shoe does look like. So here we have the box. I've never had any of the Jordan Series decimal places. The .1. Could you stop scratching the carpet, please? The cat's scratching the. Oh, you can't even see him. He's hidden behind the thing. Either ways. So yeah, I've never had a point series thing, so here we have the box. It's quite different. It seems quite like a modern kind of take on it, quite chic. It's got like kind of like a modernist vibe. You don't have any Jordan logo at the front. Normally you're greeted with either a Nike Air or like a Nike or like a Jumpman logo here, but all you're written is nice little Jumpman kind of text and this kind of like gothic kind of font here. Over here you've got 00023. 23 of course is the GOAT number. I don't know what the O stands for. And over here it says it's designed for flight, so either it's good for pilots or you can just take off in these shoes on your own. And you've got these kind of 4 crosses at the top. I don't know, I think it's just trying to give that kind of design vibe, trying to get your vectors and all that you get in the software kind of programs. Over here you've got again like a code number thing. I don't know what it stands for. Again, you got the plus over here. On this side you finally have a little Jumpman logo kind of punched into the cardboard of the shoe. I apologize for that. In black. Again, the plus. At the back you got Jumpman 00023 plus again. Finally, you've got this is a size 10, managed to get my size, a 23 here, so it's like it's a different kind of box. It's always good to have like a kind of freshness or like a unique take on boxes, because you do get used to seeing the same box over and over again. So this is a size 10, nothing new about that. And of course at the bottom you just have your usual trademark stuff. And you've got it's weird because some of the trademarks upside down and the other is the right side up. So yeah, without further ado, let's look into the box of the shoe. The shoe doesn't open up like this, it opens up more like this. And inside it says Jumpman, inspired by greatness, designed by flight, inspired by the GOAT, and it'll make you fly. And inside you've got this this is actually quite cool. It's a really cool addition that they have. So instead of having just a basic kind of wrapping paper around the shoe that's just white, clear, ain't got no function or anything, this one is actually like, it looks like kind of like a sustainable paper material, and it's got like the actual image of the shoe, and it basically says what each part does and what each part's used for, or basically the kind of meaning behind why they went for that thing. So yeah, I didn't really read into this, but yeah, let's just ignore that paperwork and let's just pull one of these bad boys out for y'all. Here we have it, the Jordan Series. I mean, that was a bit underwhelming, but here we have the Jordan Series .02 in the University Blue colorway. Now, another reason why this shoe interested me more than the previous Jordan Series .01 was that the colorway wasn't really something that I was quite into. This one, from the pictures, it seemed like you had a nice suede at the top, and of course it was that UNC blue. Although when you're looking at it, it's not that light. UNC blue is kind of like a bit of a darker blue. I don't know if you can tell in this, but it's still like that university blue kind of vibe thing going on. So I thought, you know what, might as well give it a shot, give it a check, and see how it is. So yeah, again, it's a shoe. Just keep in mind before we go into anything, it was only like 72 £73, around that price range. So cheaper than a Nike Dunk. You know, some of the Nike Dunks, the Dunk Lows especially, some of the quality ain't ideal on them, but yeah, just keep that in mind. So the first things first, one thing I was super surprised by was the tongue right here. So in the pictures, the tongue looked like a bright red, or kind of like a red tongue, but in person it's more like a copper, more bronze, and it's got the Dear Dean thing. So the story behind the shoe, it's got a Dear Dean thing embroidered in the UNC blue, based on the white fabric. And the reason behind this Dear Dean thing is I think it was Michael Jordan's coach in his university in North Carolina. So I think that's where the inspiration for this shoe goes. That's why they have the UNC color. That's where you got Dear Dean to you know, commemorate the late Dean. I don't know his full name, but yeah, I don't want to disrespect, but yeah, Dear Dean. Right here, it's a good kind of if you're a Michael Jordan kind of fan of the person he was, or just his history and everything. So it's quite like a good shoe because it pays homage to his history, his past, the thing that led him to greatness and all that good stuff. So so first thing, let's talk about the suede. Is the suede good quality material? So for a 72-pound shoe, the suede's alright. It's very rough. It ain't very soft. It's not gonna do the thing where you brush it on one side and it changes, you know, the texture or like the complexion of what it looks like. So it's kind of quite a rough suede. From a distance, this also kind of looks like a rough suede. It's quite a cheap suede that they've used, and they've actually used multiple different materials to construct this shoe. So on this side of the shoe, it's mainly the suede kind of fabric thing, and you've got another fabric material right here all the way at the top, and then and you also have the Dear Dean embroidered in the UNC blue, and you've got all these holes kind of scattered around the front of the toe box inside of the shoes, just to increase breathability and all that jazz. But as soon as you're done with the fabric on this side, there's a bit of leather that takes over, leather paneling that takes all over, and you got a little UNC Jumpman logo. This actually looked way bigger in the pictures than it does in real life. It's quite small, as you can see, very tiny. And then this kind of leather paneling just takes over the shoe. So this side is no fabric. As you can tell, there's fabric here. You can tell by the way the material looks different. And over here is just straight up leather. In terms of the quality, you can't expect too much, but it's an high quality leather for the price that you're paying. And then of course the midsole is just this kind of it's quite soft, so it feels quite robust. It's just like this white midsole of I don't know if they're using rubber or what kind of, if maybe it's like it's weird. I feel like they might have coated the outsole or the midsole with a layer of leather. I could be wrong, but it looks like it's been double layered. If you can tell, there's like two different shades of white right here, so I think they might have leathered up the whole thing. Now, one thing that I just noticed right now is a quality control issue that is with this shoe. So I don't know if y'all can tell this, but this is what you get with slightly cheaper shoes from Nike, is that so you see the glue over here, it's leaking all the way down. The yellow glue, as you can tell, it's all the way down here, so this obviously does not look good. I don't know if this is how easily it is to clean up, but might need to return this pair because you got the glue kind of sticking out, all that. So at the bottom you got actually quite a cool I'm not sure if it's indie, but like it's quite like a funky outsole. So it's not like any it's not like just pure leather or something that you, not pure leather, but like pure kind of outsole pattern that you're used to, the traditional one that's just like, you know, one color and another. This looks more like a transparent, it's kind of like this weird yellow kind of mustardy thing right here, a see-through one, and you've got a 45 to 2, I don't know what that's, I don't think that's the size because my size is a 44. So I think this has a reason behind it that's written in the paperwork, or like the paper that is covering the shoes, but I didn't really read into it. So something 45-2, I don't know if that was the guy's age or like some basketball formation. I'm not really a big basketball fan, so I don't really know what's going on that side. But yeah, and another thing I got written here is it went down in the backyard. So that's written here surrounding the blue thing. So yeah, there's not really much else to speak about the shoe. It's basically a white on, like a blue on white shoe. You've got difference in, I mean, it's quite funky because it's got like fabric, leather, suede, so you got a bunch of things going on. It's a cool like concept. It's like a nice little, you know, daily kind of wear shoe you could wear for lifestyle purposes, or like I said, because of the way the kind of outsole and the way the kind of shoe is designed. I wouldn't be surprised if people can rock this at, you know, the tennis courts and stuff like that. Be quite a good shoe for that. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with the quality. Like, I know it's only like a 72-pound shoe, but you know, stuff like that, the glue kind of leaking out and just like, you know, it messes up the whole kind of vibe of the shoe. But besides that, you know, it's not a bad shoe. Like, it's just for your paying, and it's readily available. So it's still available on Sneakers app in basically every size. So if you weren't able to get a pair, you can get a pair. Just I'll open the door. Just give me like 2 seconds. All right. Need to free the cat because the door is closed. And they can't really open because it's yeah, it's a bit hard to open. But yeah, so it's an eye shoe. I think just because of the quality issue, I'd have to give this one a maybe like a 6 out of 10. Just because I don't know. I was expecting the shoe to look a bit more premium in real life. Like for example, from the pictures, it looked quite premium. Like this suede looked super duper nice in the pictures. This looked a bit more red. Like the thing is, because it's a bit coppery, it's you know, it doesn't pop as much. If this was a bit more red, I think it'd pop out a bit more, look a bit more nicer. And of course, in the inside of the shoe, you have the university blue color with the white Jumpman. So yeah, it's a shoe that is easily available. You can still call them if you're into it. Maybe you probably won't have the quality control issue that I have, but if you do, you just return it and get a new pair, because I think there's plenty available online that you can get for retail, so you don't have to pay resale. And the resale on these, actually, if you look at the previous models, actually is less than what you get for retail. So maybe you could even get the shoe for less if someone's desperate enough to get rid of the shoe. So yeah, a 6 out of 10. It's a cool concept. Like, it's cool. Like I like what they're kind of trying to do with it, but you know, I just wish the quality was just a bit better. And with so many shoes that are coming out these days, you need to have, you know, shoes that kind of give you that oomph factor, and this kind of is like it's an okay shoe. Like it's quite funky with what they're doing with the material in that, but yeah, it's not really much to it compared to, you know, say the stuff that's coming out, you know, with the Travis Scott fragments, or you know, the Dunk High, not Fushima's, but the Jung On, you know, the ambush Dunk Highs that are coming out. So it needs to be a bit different, but you know, it's still available. It's an everyday kind of shoe that you can get. It's a Jordan. If you're into the history, I think you really like it. So let me know what you guys think. Do you dig the shoe? Do you hate it? You know, did you not even think about getting the shoe, or are you trying to big up your exclusive accesses and try to cop as many shoes as you can, and just yeah, praying that you get exclusive access to the Travises or something like that in the future? So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Hopefully, let's hope we can get more W's in the coming month, hopefully. So yeah, have a great one, y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Let's go.